Today we're going to look at how to parallel park a vehicle using the markings on your reverse camera. So what I've done is I've set up a parking spot, and you'll see the parking spot is a slight bit longer than our F-150. So if you compare it, it's not a probably European sized parking spot, but it's definitely North American sized parking spot. This parking spot that we've set up is about 1/2 meter space in front and behind of the Ford Edge to help you get into that spot. It's going to be a bit small for the F-150, so the F-150 needs about another 1/2 meter to get in. But for the purpose of this video, this will do quite nicely. So let's get cracking. The Edge actually does come with self-park, but not all vehicles come with self-park. So that's what we're going to look at, is how you can actually use the technology in your vehicle. So if your vehicle comes with a reverse camera, to use that to help you self-park. Put the vehicle in reverse, and step one would be to line up the back of the vehicle with the parking spot. So the black dustbin is going to be our other vehicle. So that's a parked vehicle. We're going to pretend it's a parked vehicle. And we need to now align the back of our car with the parked vehicle. So, step one is to line the back of the vehicle with our imaginary car. Okay, so you can see it's more or less lined up. So the back of my car more or less lines up with the back of our pretend vehicle. Okay, so the next step would be to then lock the steering wheel to the right, because we're moving into the reverse right hand side parking. And with the Ford, you can see those white lines appear, which shows my direction of travel. Okay, so for the Ford's hack, you make sure that both of those lines touch the curb of the parking space, just like that, right? So now you'll see the back of my vehicle is actually pointing to the corner of the parking space, and that's exactly where you want it to be. So if you don't have nice white lines like the Ford does, that's kind of what you're aiming for. Next step would now be to straighten the steering wheel and reverse back. And for me, with the Edge, you reverse until the pavement is exactly in the corner of your first green block. That's more or less where my black dustbin is now. And then you start locking the steering wheel whilst moving back. You'll see it's very, very tight in front, and you just keep on going back until the vehicle is straight into the space. Okay, and then into drive, and I can go forward just to straighten up, and we're in. Okay, let's quickly go have a look at our results. 1/2 meter space on either side. It looks bigger on the camera than it is in reality. So there you see more or less the amount of space you've got on either side of the vehicle, and that's about the typical amount of space you'll have in a North American parking spot. Space wise, we are within 50 centimeters of the curb. So if you do this for a driving test, you will definitely pass, and we're in nice and straight. We jumped into the F-150 now, and let's see if we can use a similar technique to get the F-150 in between the two dustbins. The two dustbins obviously being the two parked cars, and it should be relatively straightforward to get the car in. So in drive, let's proceed forward until we're next to the first vehicle. Okay, so going into reverse. So step one is to line up the back with the blue dustbin. Okay, so we lined up more or less. Full lock. And we're going full lock until both of those white lines touches the gutter. So it's touched the gutter. I straighten up. And you can see on the camera that the back of the vehicle is now pointing into the corner of the parking. And that is exactly how you know that your vehicle's pointing in the right direction. This is the middle of the vehicle is pointing into the far corner of your parking space. So I proceed backwards, and now with the edge we would have started turning back here, but if you look at the position of the dustbin, you'll see we're not in far enough yet. So if I start swinging back now, I'm not going to clear the dustbin, obviously, because the F-150 is a little bit longer. So what we've actually done is we've adjusted this to say, right, let's back up until the yellow line is inside the corner of the gutter, like so. And now you can see the dustbin is more or less where it was with the edge. And I'll full lock and start swinging back, and you can see it's nice and tight coming into the parking. And then I'll just carry on using the camera until it tells me to stop. And it's telling me to stop. Put the vehicle into drive. So straighten up forward. And there we go. Let's have a look. So now you saw how I adjusted my technique to cater for the slightly longer vehicle. Let's have a look at the results. So we're closer than 50 centimeters to the sidewalk, and if we stand back a bit, you'll see we're in the parking quite nicely actually, and judging by the gaps to the front and to the back, it was quite a tight parking. And there you go, parking the F-150.